So there's a new kid on the block. You saw them move in during September and they didn't seem like anything out of the ordinary. Just your average horror game where you explore dark, scary places alone, right? But you're never alone.
Now you've got friends!
Phasmophobia released as an early access game with actual functioning VR support, but by far the most amazing part about it is that it's multiplayer. Now, I can't actually remember a time where I enjoyed horror, but there was always something memorable about being scared when I'm scared with people I like spending time with, and I think that this was a clear goal of the game's developers. The game was created by an indie studio working in Unity called Kinetic Games, based in the UK. So far, it seems like the only game associated with Kinetic Games when doing a quick Google search is Phasmophobia, and if this is true, then Jesus guys, that's a hell of a game you've got there. Anyway, if you didn't know how Phasmophob works, here's the rundown. You and your friends are essentially ghost hunters, working for a pathetic amount of pay to try and find, identify, and witness ghosts haunting different locations. Different ghosts will give you various readings on your spooky implements to help you gain a better understanding of what kind of monster you're dealing with. With 12 different ghosts and 6 different ways to identify them, the game is often a mixture of trial and error combined with patience and deduction. While identifying each ghost is a requirement, it isn't even the hardest part about the game. The worst part is getting hunted. These may just be specters of the night, but they aren't friendly, and they certainly don't like it when people start snooping around their turf. Let me give you a rundown of each of the ghosts and how they work. Spirits are relatively timid ghosts. They don't have anything that makes them particularly strong, and they are especially susceptible to smudge sticks. Wraiths are creepy buggers who perpetually float, meaning they can't be tracked by their footsteps, but they have a pretty nasty reaction to salt. Phantoms will considerably drop your sanity if looked at, causing you to have visual and auditory hallucinations designed to make your palms sweat. These assholes are a little camera shy, so snapping a picture will make them temporarily disappear. Poltergeists have the ability to pick up and throw multiple objects around a room, clear the space to remove any additional threats. Banshees will hunt you one at a time, picking and choosing its victims to single them out. Use a crucifix to ward them off and lower their aggression. Jinns will hunt aggressively and move faster the further away their prey is. Turn off the location's power source to slow them down. Mares like the dark, and will hunt if the lights are off. Brighten the place up if you want to raise your chances of survival. Revenants move fast if they can see you. Hiding from them will significantly lower their speed, but it can't stop them completely. Shades are shy ghosts. They don't like it when there are multiple people around, so they will often only talk when the group decides to leave one person alone to communicate with it. Stay together to raise your chances. Draw straws if you need information. Onis have a tendency to become more active when near others. They have been known to launch objects at impressive speeds when agitated. If you notice high activity when as a group, note this ghost down as a possibility. Yureis will drop the group's sanity much faster than other ghosts without needing to show itself. They have a tendency to wander, so consider using smudge sticks in their room to inhibit their movement. And worst of all, demons. Demons hunt more frequently than any other ghost. These ghosts have no weaknesses, and will often attack without reason. If you manage to identify a ghost as a demon, go back to the van, pick up a camera, and head back inside. You'll need photos of your companions' corpses for the insurance. If you didn't memorize anything other than the last one, that's fine. You'll have a ghost journal with you for each investigation. Now that you know a little bit about what you're going up against, let's go through the gameplay. The game starts in the shed. You'll have a myriad of spray paints, a presentation board, and a complimentary basketball hoop with a counter. Games are mostly played privately with friends. You'll need a 6-digit lobby code to join. Once you're in, you can change your character, buy and add various resources to take with you on your investigations, and select a job. The only visible change between jobs is how long you have on the timer before the ghost can start hunting. And boy, do they hunt! Professional missions don't seem like they change much on paper, but my god, do you notice it when they start throwing stuff across the room and whispering creepy shit in your ear within the first 30 seconds. Once you pick a job and load into the van, you'll have as much time as you need to get yourselves ready. But the second one of you steps foot on the premises, good luck. You're on the clock, and the longer you spend in one of these godforsaken places, the less likely you are to make it out alive.
I really don't get paid enough for this shit.
Whether you choose to split up or search together, one thing's for certain. Eventually, one of you will find something.
I've got freezing temps.
Maternity and myth reading.
Guys, did someone shut the door?
The second you see some form of activity, the best thing to do is group in that location and start searching. Placing empty books to check for spirit writing, using a spirit box to see if you get a response, placing cameras down in every nook and cranny in search of ghost orbs. And then, the waiting. The infuriating silences. The sheer time spent in this game on the edge of your seat in anticipation is enough to make my hair stand on end and my watch tick backwards. Handprints on the doors, footsteps, voices, your flashlight begins flickering and you start seeing your own breath. You're being hunted. Run! Run and hide! The doors to the outside have been locked shut and the ghost has started prowling. If you weren't lucky enough to find a place to hide or found yourself backed into a corner, your only option is to wait and pray it doesn't find you.
How many objectives have we finished?
Anyone found the body?
Guys, it's hunting again!
If you manage to survive a hunt, then I suppose it's time to share some extremely valuable information. If you choose to use the in-game voice chat, or heck, even have your microphone connected to the game, the ghosts can and will hear you. You can ask it questions, demand actions, unload copious amounts of verbose and offensive vernacular when shit hits the proverbial fan, and things will most certainly start happening. Take this scenario. Someone finds ghost orbs in the upstairs hallway, and someone notes a raised EMF reading when suddenly a book on the dresser launches itself towards you. You jump and say,
Fuck! Holy shit, that scared me!
The ghost becomes agitated. Another teammate sees a glimpse of the ghost and says under their breath,
Guys, I'm scared.
The activity level spikes. Then someone with a spirit box asks,
Are you here?
and the front door locks shut. Anything you say has the potential to incite ghost activity. And for new players, this is one of the most fun and terrifying things to discover. Not only will you forget this mechanic exists entirely and find yourself in increasingly precarious scenarios, but you will also, in time, end up using it on purpose too. And that's it. I've been playing Phasmophobia a bunch, and while I hate horror, I genuinely find this game to be extremely fun because I can hate horror together with my friends. This game definitely gives off a different vibe than having your friends watch you play Slender Man over your shoulder and laughing while you scream incoherently, because now they're also screaming incoherently while you're all trapped in the same room together and wondering which of the four of you will become the next dead body lying on the ground.